So we have a friend and we told her about our new camper, and what did she say?
She said, oh my goodness, you guys, it's like you enjoy hitting yourself in the face.
It's kind of, I was like, oh my goodness, people are gonna be like, are they slow learners or what? So we would like
I think we should tell them about it, yeah.
We would like to show you our new camper, but also tell you what's wrong with it.
A lot.
There's not a lot, but there's some things wrong with it.
So this is our new camper, and you also notice that it's not hooked up to a black Ford Excursion. Although, do you see why we don't use this to tow? Anyone? Does anyone see it?
All right, so we will show you inside our new camper, tell you what's wrong with it, why we got a good deal on it, tell you where the Excursion is, but also show you the progress on our decks too.
All right, here's the deal. Before I get too far into this, we paid less for this than we sold our other one for. So just keep that in mind. As we go through this, remind yourself of that.
We paid less for this camper than our old camper.
Agreed, yes, that is true.
Anyway, if anybody cares.
Just keep that in mind.
Tom's getting us some shade here real quick. Oh, we had to hand crank our old one.
So fancy. Hey, what's all this blue tape about?
All right, well, first things first, why don't you say what type of camper it is? Because we'd never actually heard of this before.
It's because they got bought out in 2014. They don't exist anymore.
Reason number one, this was a sketchy...
Brilliant idea. So it is a Koala super light, as you can see, made by Skyline. I don't actually know that they make campers anymore either.
Oh man, it looks like they were going 60 years strong. I hope there's...
Maybe they do. Maybe Skyline still exists. The Koala brand does not.
So it was only made for, sorry, how many years?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Our hope though, our experience so far is that
campers are pretty generic.
Yeah, so the parts are pretty interchangeable. So that we were not too worried about. Issue number two, well, we might as well, we're out here, so we'll save the best for last. So issue number two is...
Yeah, let's start on the outside. The problems aren't so bad on the outside.
Yeah.
Some people believe what these are is I may have taped some of these areas off, and the areas I taped off are called delamination. So delamination on a fiberglass sided trailer is when moisture gets between the sheeting and the fiberglass wall. It's epoxied together from the manufacturer, and when moisture gets between there, it bulges it out.
Yeah.
Causing delamination. So, some people say that delamination is the beginning to the end for a camper.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're going to say no. That is not accurate. So to fix this, what we have to do is we have to take windows out and inject an epoxy down inside of here. Bada bing, bada boom. In my bright ideas, perfect. Put the window back in. It was super simple, right?
Yeah, nothing could go wrong with that.
No, so if you see, there's a decent amount. There's some back here. There's some up here. You can't actually
it's hard to see on camera.
If Dawn would look down the side, she could show you. Can you see the waves or not?
No, I don't know. In person, you can really tell, but it's not really picking up on here very well.
We'll just tell everybody it's not.
You'll have to trust us on this one.
So that is on the outside.
The main thing though that is wrong with this camper, and the reason we got a really good deal on it, is because
it has water damage. You heard us correctly. We bought a second camper with water damage.
The difference is that
we knew about this first.
They told us that it had water damage, so there are no surprises.
And
well, there still could be surprises, but
right. This camper was half the price of what it retails for. We paid half what it's valued at.
So that's what was most frustrating with the last camper. It wasn't that Tom couldn't fix it or we didn't have time.
It's that it was a surprise.
Is that we paid retail value for that camper. We didn't get a good deal on it, or like we didn't steal it or anything like that. It was just we paid market value for it.
Right.
Then only to find out that we had to put a bunch of time and money into it. So this one, the people were very forthcoming with what had happened, how they had fixed it.
They were the original owners. It's a 2013.
They knew everything about it. We bought it directly from them. And so that gave us peace of mind that we had a good idea where the damage is isolated to, which we can show you. But then also, you know what to look for more now.
That's what I was gonna say. This is our second camper. Round two should be, we should know more about campers, right?
So you did a very thorough inspection and had a better idea what to look for. So
absolutely,
we will show you what it looks. It's very nice inside. Like, we'll show you what it looks like inside.
Okay, so if any of you thought we were glamping before, I have a brother-in-law of mine who jokes that we were glamping with our other camper. No. Now we're gonna be glamping.
This is glamping. Oh yeah. All right, so how long is it?
It's a 33 foot. It is 5,500 pounds empty, 7,700 pounds max cargo. It has a quad bunkhouse in the rear, bedroom up front for us, 36-inch slide. I think that's how you say it. The slide goes out 3 feet. I don't actually know how long it is.
It's monster compared to our last one.
It's kind of like a house on wheels.
Yeah. So I think we're both impressed by how nice the finishes are inside. So it's quite a bit newer than our last camper. So yeah, the finishes are really nice. I mean, I think as soon as we both walked inside, I was like, oh yeah, I could see spending a lot of time in here.
Outdoor speakers.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I got safe.
Yeah. Our last camper, we took it for 2 weeks. That was our longest trip to Texas, and it was good. I think the only thing we really didn't like about it was the bed folding out, and then we didn't have a actual like.
Which, so then, if you're new, what happened is Dawn and I would set our mattress on the floor, and we'd sleep on the floor of the camper, like between the couch and the counter. So every morning when the kids got up, we had to pick everything up, strap it back up to the wall, wrap up our blankets and pillows, everything, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Do that every day. I
mean, it's all relative, right? Like, compared to tent camping, it was awesome. But like, then you see other campers out there and you're like, oh, I wonder what that
Here's
would be
the thing,
like.
I wouldn't go tent camping with 4 kids for 2 weeks in Texas.
No, I mean, Tom's just really not into roughing it. Like,
I'm really not.
Anyway, anyhow, and so we do want to do like more 2 to 4 week trips throughout the year. So we did feel comfortable investing in a little bit bigger camper.
And we have upgraded to downgraded to a 2005 Ford Excursion 4-inch lift 35s with a 6.0 Power Stroke diesel, 354,000 miles on it, and it is in the shop.
So
twice.
We had to drive for a little over 4 hours to get this camper.
One way. On
the way back, we were about halfway back. And what happened?
What happened was it drops a gear, which is a little too familiar. Drops a gear, check gauge's light pops out, tow haul light starts flashing, temp gauge for the transmission drops from mid-range to cold, and then the check engine light pops on. I was like, you stupid thing. So I drift off. We were ways away from an exit. I drift off. I checked the tranny fluid and everything. Nothing smells burnt. Fluid levels are good. There's nothing leaking. And I started doing some Google searching. Well, it turns out what it sounds like it is, the coolant temp sensor on the transmission for that vehicle is inside the transmission. And so a lot of times it's either a wiring issue or the sensor itself is kind of what I start gathering. I call a local transmission shop. They're like, yeah, no, it doesn't sound like it's something I would worry about. You didn't, like, the transmission is shifting fine. It's just a electronic thing. You're good to keep driving home. So we keep driving home. So now the excursion is at a tranny shop, getting a new wiring harness and a new temp sensor inside the transmission. But
from everything we hear from all you and from what you read, that those are actually very good vehicles. So we're okay putting a little bit of money into getting it fixed up.
And again, the excursion cost a third what the white F-250 cost, which we sold, by the way. So we sold we sold the camper and
we kind of forgot that part.
We sold our other camper and the white F-250 on the same day.
Yeah.
A week or so ago.
Yeah.
I had actually already been talking with this gal on this camper for probably a week and a half before we went and looked at it. So we're like, well, we need to sell our other one before we even look at buying another, or before we actually go look at buying another one. So when this was still available, when our other one was sold, I told Dawn, I was like, we gotta go out and look at it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, and we're really glad we did. So, I mean, we won't fully know how the extent of the water damage until we can really get into it, but. So why don't you show us where the window was leaking and where the water issue is? What's going on with the squishy floor over here?
So by squishy floor, we actually mean like, can you see this? Like legit.
Yeah.
I'm not putting any weight over here, squishy floor.
Yep.
So.
Then it goes all the way to
it goes to here that you can physically feel. I'm really hoping it doesn't go further because I don't want to mess with this slide too much.
Right.
But if it does, it does. We'll figure out how to fix it.
But again, it's different because we knew it was wet.
We knew it.
The guy showed us exactly where it was spongy. We walked around and looked for more spongy. Like it's so.
Found more.
Yeah.
And so this camper was significantly cheaper than the camper we just sold.
Yeah.
So we knew it. We wouldn't have gotten into a camper like this without it having an issue.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So.
So this one's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. So much easier than the other one.
Yeah. There's me no problem.
2 weeks. I give it 2 weeks. I'll have this thing done.
Oh, I can't believe you're even saying that. Anyway.
I was joking.
I know. But what we need to do in the meantime is we need to finish our deck. And I need to keep Tom focused on the deck and not from wanting to come and rip into this new fun project.
Here's the thing, Dawn doesn't have the keys to the camper, so she can't lock me out.
Because I just know he's just itching to pull up the floor and see how bad the damage is and like all of that.
I'm a person who needs to know. Like don't surprise me. I need to know what's going on.
And you're totally over the deck project at this point.
Well, the thing is, if we couldn't like sit out on it and hang out on it the way it is, then I would be wanting to continue it further.
It's too functional right now.
We can totally use it the way it is.
right now.
Like,
yeah. So I'm asking Tom if we can please get the deck done and then he can spend as much time out here.
I don't need to hear about it in the comments though either. Dawn asking me is enough.
All right, so we are gonna go get back to work on the deck. I'll show you the little bit that we've gotten done since last week.
Okay.
All right, so Tom's gotten one more section almost completely done, and then the girls
I feel like people are gonna be like, oh, he just started working on that because they needed the video.
So
no, that's not true.
The girls got the vertical post painted white, and then this is the painting station over here too that they've been working on. So that looks really good. So the hope is to just kind of keep working our way around here and get it done.
Yep, pretty much.
The other problem that we ran into is that we can't find any more decking boards.
Yep, and I thought you were going to talk about all the runs from our kids painting.
Well, you know, so this is the girls' first time painting, and so yeah, there's some runs and it's fine. Like, I would rather have them learn how to paint and then get better over time and not have it be perfect. Tom would rather just have it be perfect.
I'd rather just do it myself and not have to do it again.
I would rather have them learn, have it be imperfect, and have it get better each time they do it.
You would.
So, but I'll show you what Tom was working on the steps. So he's making them look very nice, but we ran out of decking boards, and all the hardware stores around us are out of them as well, all the home improvement stores. So we've been walking up the stringers to get in the house, so we just have to keep looking for those. I don't know when we'll get those. And as soon as the railing's done, then we're gonna stain the decking. And this is the color we got, Kona Brown. So in a perfect world, we'd do like a pretty cedar color or something a little bit lighter, but we just know how dirty it gets, especially with it being like our main stairs up to the house too. If it was just the deck, it'd be a little different, but we know it gets dirty over time, so we're just gonna go with a little bit darker brown to help hide that. All right, look at all this progress that's being made. Tom hasn't snuck back out to the camper yet. Well, maybe he has, but I don't know.
I haven't, and I haven't because I know that you've been waiting for this for a long time.
Well, it'll feel good to like...
Don't replay me saying when it would be done.
I'm not saying, no. No, I feel like it's gonna feel good just to have this done and then...
Move on to the next thing.
Move on to the camper and not have anything else hanging over our head, right? You don't know. Yeah, you would be fine going and jumping in the camper right now.
I'm sure there'll be another thing.
All right, so you got these 3 sections done, which look awesome.
Now these are gonna take me a little longer here because I didn't know how to do this. So I don't know if you've noticed yet, but I am a shotgun mechanic, shotgun carpenter, shotgun pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I make it up as I go. And so I don't know how these were supposed to be done because we wanted to do the steps 45 off of here.
Yeah.
But these are 45 so that the railing going down will be straight off of here.
Yeah, so those will be easy.
So I wasn't sure how to do this side because we're gonna have this bracket like right here.
How to square it up.
So what I'm probably gonna do is, I mean, I can cut 2 little 45 blocks, screw them in, and then screw this in here. But I don't know, is that right?
Right.
So I think this is what we're gonna do.
So that's where we're
So this one and that one, that's the problem I have.
Yeah. Otherwise we're almost done.
Otherwise the railing would be like
yeah.
far. The other thing too, you want me to pull the black caps off and put white caps on.
Yeah, I was looking at the black caps from a distance and I thought it's just making it look a little busy, so I think we might swap those out for white ones. Adeline, do you want to get your easel that you were making? And
yeah.
And then the other thing Tom and I are debating is whether this ledge board, like the face board, should get stained or painted white.
I think everything else should be stained. I think white posts, white upper and lowers and caps, black spindles, stain everything else.
Yeah.
As you can tell, Dawn does not agree.
Tom had said too, it'll get dirty and it would be hard to,
right.
But like our whole house is white, like so it all has to get touched up with paint. So if you have the white paint up, or I don't know, it's just a little more. So
I think
we'll think about it.
Stained.
All right, so Adeline was just working on making this today. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you wanted an easel so that you can paint? That's cool.
And they're gonna add a hinge to this back piece.
Yeah, this is just version 1.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a knot.
Here, set it up by Daddy. Oh, there's a knot in it, yeah.
There's a knot in here, so this will break really easily.
Yeah, I think, look, it's already...
Yeah, there's already a crack.
Ah.
So this was just some scrap material I had in the garage.
Okay.
So this is Rev 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rev 2 will have no knots in the vertical posts.
Okay.
We'll put a teeny tiny little hinge on the back here, and then Adeline will put a string from here to here.
Yeah.
To stop it.
Okay.
And then it can fold up flat. And
nice. Where'd you find the plans?
your brain.
No, you found it online, didn't you?
Oh, did she?
No, I was just looking at ones on Amazon.
Yeah. Then you made up this one on your own?
Yeah.
Good work. All right, the railing is almost done.
Yeah, for the most part.
This looks good, what you ended up doing here.
So I ended up making a triangular piece and put screws in from both directions into the beam, and then I was able to fixate the metal bracket to it so that we can run it straight across.
Yeah, it looks really good. So we'll fill the nail holes and paint it up. Awesome. Yep. Well, we had to move over to this porch because it's a little bit windy outside today, but I still like this porch a lot. Anyway, we won't talk about this today.
That's
but
awesome porch.
You got the railing almost done. We're still waiting to get some more decking boards to finish the steps. So
I also I need some materials for rebuilding the camper floor, so maybe when I'm at the improvement store to get those materials, maybe they'll have some decking boards for the deck.
Maybe.
Or maybe I just forget all about the deck and move right on to...
I can stain the decking now, right?
What?
Do you trust me to stain it? Seriously?
Yeah, absolutely, seriously.
You trust me or don't trust me?
Oh no.
Well, then then you have to stain it before you can touch the camper. We're still undecided what color we'll stain or paint that baseboard, but we are gonna put black lattice then around the bottom, keep critters out from under the
Critters
deck.
Smaller or bigger than that.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing out here what will take up home under there if we would leave
I
it
think anything
open.
would. I think, yeah.
So we love nature, but not that much. not that close to our house. So, so we're getting close. So again, we won't make any predictions of when it will be done, but I am gonna try and like.
Did you just input that?
No, I'm not inputting anymore. No, we're done with that. So I'm gonna try and keep Tom focused on the deck to get it wound up before he switches gears to the camper. I know that's difficult. but we'll see. Although we did talk about if the floor is still wet, that if it might be nice to get it opened up and get the drying equipment in, because that takes a few days to get it all dried out.
It'll still be wet, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, most likely. So we might do that. So so next week you might get to see how bad the damage is. But I'm really hoping that we can still get the deck finished up too. So wishful thinking, I don't know. Also, we want to let you know we're doing a premiere tomorrow morning. I got to visit with Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone and Angela Braniff from This Gathered Nest about homeschooling and ask questions. We're switching to homeschooling this fall, and we know more people are too, just with the nature of what's going on. And so we're gonna visit all things homeschooling, and so it's gonna be fun to visit with them. And so that will be at 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, whatever other times that makes it. But it's fun. With the premieres, it's fun because you can actually chat and visit during it. And so I'll be on there while it's playing and we can visit too that way, which is kind of fun.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever watched a premiere.
Maybe Tom will be on his own computer chatting away.
Heckling you.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'll tell him it's a different time. All right, well, we'd love to know what you're up to this weekend. Are you camping? Are you building a deck? Or are you just
today
relaxing?
Would be a really good day for camping.
We actually heard from the people that bought our camper that they're out camping this weekend, and
Their first camping trip.
They had a lot of questions. They're like, where's the sewer hose? And we're like,
I was like,
we didn't sell that with it.
Nope, sure didn't include the poop hose with it.
Nope. So I don't know, we gave them the Amazon link. Maybe they can have it delivered to their campsite. So they said they weren't really going too far from home, so I'm sure they could pick one up somewhere. So anyway, so our old camper is camping, so anyway.
Yep.
But we hope you have a really great weekend, and we will definitely look forward to visiting with you again soon, and maybe we'll catch you in the morning too.
Bye-bye.